This video will be a full tour and documentation of this practically showroom new 2004 Ford Ranger Edge SuperCab. This Ranger SuperCab with the style side bed is painted in dark shadow gray metallic. Storage. This vehicle does have power windows, power door locks, and power mirrors. Sporting the medium dark flint interior color scheme, this Ranger Edge has the available bucket seats with cloth seat upholstery. Both front seats do have full manual adjustments. Also has rubber floors. Now that we're behind the wheel, let's go ahead and start the engine. The Ranger serves as the smallest pickup truck that Ford offers. The Ranger nameplate first appeared in 1958 as the model name of a full-size car that was sold by Ford's short-lived Edsel marquee. It was then a trim level of the Ford F-Series. Finally, for 1983, Ranger became the name of Ford's then-new compact pickup truck to replace the outgoing Mazda-built Ford Courier. 10 years later, the Ranger would then receive a redesign for 1993 with a much more rounded aerodynamic look. For 98, the Ranger received a substantial update that included revised exterior and interior styling, along with a good amount of suspension and chassis updates, among other mechanical changes. Meanwhile, in various international markets, they received a Ford Ranger as well beginning in 98, but it was actually built by Mazda and was unrelated to the American market Ranger. From 1998 all the way up until 2011 when Ford discontinued it, the Ranger didn't change very much. In fact, from 94 to 2011 it retained the same basic body shell, and from 98 to 2011 much of even the interior stayed completely the same, such as the dashboard and door panel designs. Between 98 and 2011, the truck did get some mild updates every couple of years to keep the styling fresh, along with periodic changes to trim levels and features. For instance, 2004 gave it a new grille along with a new steering wheel. Due to falling compact pickup truck sales at the time, Ford discontinued the Ranger in 2011 for North America. For 2019, the Ranger would finally make its return to the North American market, this time as a mid-size pickup. This new Ranger was none other than the Ranger T6 generation, which was introduced all the way back in 2011 for, at the time, international markets only. Obviously, the T6 Ranger has had its share of refreshes to keep it up to date. But back to the truck in this video. The 2004 US market Ford Ranger comes in two different body styles, those being a regular cab and an extended cab known by Ford as the SuperCab, which in turn can be had as either a two-door or a four-door SuperCab, with the latter of the two being what this truck is. Each cab style can then be had with one of two available styles of bed, those being a style side like on this one, or a step side bed known by Ford as the flare side. Trim levels include XL, followed by XLT, FX4 Off-Road, FX4 Level 2, Edge like we have here, and the range-topping Tremor. 3 engines are offered for the Ranger in 04, all of which being naturally aspirated. The base engine is a 2.3-liter inline-4 making 143 horsepower. Next up is a 3-liter V6 making 148 horsepower and substantially more torque, which is what the Ranger in this video has. Finally, the top engine is a 4-liter V6 making 207 horsepower and an even further boost in torque. Depending on the configuration, you can choose between either a 5-speed manual or a 5-speed automatic transmission. Rear-wheel drive is standard while 4-wheel drive is available. The instrument cluster does house 4 analog gauges, including your tachometer, temperature gauge, fuel gauge, and speedometer. With this button you can toggle between your odometer and trip. And this truck, you're looking at that right, it has 6,000 miles on it. A 2004 with 6,000 miles. It's absolutely showroom new. It's basically like stepping back in time. The hazard switch is on top of the steering column. It has a 4-spoke design steering wheel. There are comfort grips all around the rim. It does house the controls for your cruise control. The steering wheel is also tilt. Headlight controls, panel dim, air vent for the driver. Got your high beam, turn signal, and wiper stalk. Has a column gear shifter. The vehicle's parking brake is foot operated. Going down the center of the interior, you have air vents. Got a power outlet. Your whole radio head unit is right here. Does have a CD player. Fog light button. Another power outlet. Get these very simple controls for your single zone climate control. Now this one is pretty interesting in that it actually has a center console as opposed to bench seats like most of these older fashioned compact trucks had. But this one has a center console, some storage, your passenger airbag switch. You have 2 cup holders. Fold up the center armrest to reveal a storage bin in the center console. Grab handles for both sides. Both sun visors do have these little card holder things. And now we'll go ahead and take a look at the engine bay, but not before rolling down the driver's window. The 2-wheel drive Ranger Edge comes with these 16-inch 5-spoke aluminum rims. This Ranger is powered by one of 3 available engines for 04. Said engine is Ford's Vulcan 3-liter naturally aspirated V6. This pushrod engine with 2 valves per cylinder produces 148 horsepower at 5,000 RPM and 185 pound-feet of torque at 3,750 RPM. The engine in this Ranger is paired to the optional 5-speed automatic transmission with low gear selection, and the Ranger in this video is a 2-wheel drive model. It runs on regular unleaded, and the fuel tank size varies depending on the configuration. Fuel economy estimates for the V6 models are around the mid-teens in the city and the low 20s on the highway. It uses an independent short and long arm front suspension and a solid rear axle with leaf springs. Stopping the Ranger is a set of front ventilated disc brakes and rear drum brakes. Curb weight for the Ranger varies from around 3,000 to 3,600 pounds depending on the configuration and options. On the rear door panel, you've got some more storage. Old-fashioned looking seat belt buckle for the rear seats, and there's the rear seat area. Very small back here. Do have 2 cup holders. The toolkit jack is in here. Now the rear seats that you do get are these jump seats. There's one on either side, and you just fold it down like that and release it. Very tiny, tiny seats. They're vinyl. There's the back seat space. As you saw earlier, the fuel cap is located on the driver's side. Single exhaust. Cargo space in the Ranger with the 6-foot bed is 37.3 cubic feet. Spray-in bed liner. Anyhow, thanks for checking out this tour of this 2004 Ford Ranger. And as always, be on the lookout for more tours.